What's going on, guys? Robbie here, and I am super excited because in today's video, I'm going to be interviewing my girlfriend who had her first $1,000 day online using ClickBank and Commission Hero. So let's get into it right now. What's going on, guys? Robbie Blanchard here once again, and today we are doing something really special. And as a matter of fact, right now as we're filming this, we are in Casa de Blanchard, which is my house. And I'm here right now with a very special guest who I'll introduce in just a second. But as you know, I have my Commission Hero program, and each and every day we have a lot of success stories coming from Commission Hero, right? People getting their first sale online, their first $100 day online, even their first $1,000 day online. And so this happens all the time. And anytime someone hits a $1,000 day, I love to interview them, and the reason why I love to interview them is because I want to see how they were able to do it, how they're able to get past the obstacles, how they were able to get out of their own way and get into that level of success that they never had before. And so just this past weekend, one of those students that hit their first $1,000 day is somebody that I know very, very well. As a matter of fact, it's my girlfriend. And this is Mariah. Mariah is my girlfriend. We've been together for over 3 years, almost 3.5 years now. And so she's seen me on my own personal journey. She's seen me when I first started out in the online world. She knew me before I had an agency. She knew me before I was even the top affiliate on ClickBank. So she's seen everything that I've done. And so just recently she started her own journey. She finally decided to jump in and do it. And now she's having success. She just had her first $1,000 day. So Mariah, I'm so excited to have you on here for this interview. So tell everyone just kind of a little bit about your background, like how you got started, like where you're from, like just a little bit so people get to know who you are.
Well, I was born in Brazil, and I moved to the US in the year of 2000. I went to college. I have an interior design degree, and currently I work for a laboratory company that does lab design. I'm one of their designers. I started Commission Hero just back in December.
Yeah.
In 2019, so 2.5 months ago.
Yeah, so as we're filming this right now, it's March, beginning of March, so she's been here for since December, so only a couple months. Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, it's been great so far. I can't believe I got my $1,000 day. I wanted to get the $1,000 day last month, but it didn't work out. So, yeah. But I finally got it.
Finally got it. That's awesome. So let's backtrack a lot, because obviously you've been doing this, and we got Simba here, who's very, very comfortable. If you can see Simba, he's not camera shy at all. But talk a little bit about your journey, because obviously you started in December, but you've known me and you know my crazy ways, and you know that I've been doing this for 3 years now, even longer than 3 years. So how come you didn't do it like when we first started dating? Like what was your hesitation?
Well, at first I didn't know that I could do it. I used to think that English would be, English is not my first language, so I used to think that could be a problem. Also, I didn't think I had enough money to spend on ads on a daily basis. Like I saw you spending a lot of money. I'm like, oh my gosh, like that's crazy. Yeah. Another reason why I was working on I have a full-time job, so I didn't have a lot of free time to do it. All of those things were preventing me from doing it, even though like I knew it worked because I saw what you were doing. Yeah. I don't know, I just didn't think that I could do it. And then I went to the mastermind in November and talked to a bunch of people there, all the Commission Hero members. And a lot of them were in the same situation that I was, and I was like, and then it just hit me. I'm like, okay, if they can do it, then I can do it.
Yeah, exactly. That's awesome. And so with your regular job, like, because I know that you work 8 to 5 every single day, Monday through Friday, and so you don't have a lot of time. Like obviously you're out the door early in the morning, and you come home. You go to the gym after you work. Do work, so you're home at like 7 or so. So what was like, what have you been doing as far as your routine? Like, how much time are you investing in this? I know you've been working hard, but tell the people how hard you've been working.
Yeah, so I usually leave the house around 7 a.m. and I get home around, I try to get home as early as I can, but usually around 7:30 at night. And the first thing I do when I get home is check my ads. And so usually I want to say I do at least like 2 to 3 hours a day of work. during the week, and on weekends I'd spend a little bit more time
Yeah.
on my, all my stuff. But yeah,
That's awesome. Yeah, and personally, I've seen Mariah, like, she's been working hard, and I think, one of the cool things, and I can obviously speak to her because she's my girlfriend, is that she worked hard. I mean, she works 8 to 5 every day, and a lot of people who are on the fence about joining Commission Hero or thinking about it, they're like, oh, I just don't have time, or whatever. Like, Mariah, like, she works 8 to 5. She goes to the gym. She comes home around like 7 or so, and then she goes right to doing Commission Hero stuff. She works on her ads. She works on her landing pages, everything. Like, she doesn't make any excuses in terms of not having enough time. Sometimes I've seen you work until 1, 2 in the morning, and which is crazy. And but that just goes to show that if you really want to have success with something, time shouldn't be an issue. Like, you can have time, you just have to make it. So one thing I know that a lot of people are probably going to ask is like, oh, well, of course Mariah had her first $1,000 day. Like, she's Robbie's girlfriend. Like, Robbie probably just did all the ads for it. Like, is that true? Did I do the ads for you?
No.
No.
Matter of fact,
Yeah.
I still had to watch all the videos.
Yeah.
I had to do all my homework, and I literally feel like a Commission Hero student, just like everybody else.
That's true. Yeah. Like, I mean, honestly, like, when I come home from work or from the office, like, the moment my foot hits the door, like, I'm getting like bombarded with questions from her, and I'm like, no, like, just go through the training, do everything. Like, so, to her credit, she's actually gone through and does everything. And also too, like, because you're on all the coaching calls. I hear you, like, when you're driving to work, you're listening to the calls, you're doing everything, you're taking notes, you're not making excuses, you're just doing the work, and that's awesome. So yeah, so anyone out there that thinks that I actually ran her ads, like, I haven't touched her ads at all. Like, that's completely all her. She deserves all the credit for that. So let's talk a little bit about like budget, because obviously you mentioned earlier that you were kind of worried about not having enough money to do this, and this, you weren't sure. Like, what did you start at for like a starting budget?
$120 a day, and
which is a lot for you, right? Which is a lot for you, yeah. So, and that's something that, you don't have to start that much, but I know that you've obviously, you've seen what I've done, you see what students done, and so you jumped in at $120, and now you're spending more than that now, right?
Oh yeah, a lot more.
A lot more, yeah. Now, what type of results have you seen? Obviously, you had, like, what are you seeing as far as an average, like, return on investment?
Around 50%. Some days a little bit lower than that, but for the last few days, 50%.
So one of the things that's pretty cool, and I think that a lot of people don't put into perspective, is actually how much potential there is to make money online with what I teach in Commission Hero. And I think that's something that a lot of people don't realize. And I remember we were talking one day, and you were like, Robbie, like, you call me baby, but he said Robbie, like, it's interesting. Like, I just realized that I make, like, how much money do you make per day at your regular job?
100, I think I said, yeah.
Yeah, $100 per day, working from 8 to 5, right? And sometimes more, because I know that you work overtime, and you work, and they work you hard over there, right? You're doing all the, because basically, for everyone who's watching, like, Mariah does all the design work for laboratories, right? So she does all the CAD drawings and everything like that. And so it's a lot of work, and there's a lot of stuff that you have to do. And you're doing all that work, and you're commuting like every morning. Like, how long does it take you to commute every day?
1 hour.
About an hour, right?
Yeah.
Stuck in traffic for an hour on the way down, right? And then working 8 to 5, and then an hour in traffic on the way back, right? And she's making $100 a day doing that, right? Which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But now with what you're doing in Commission Hero, like, how much profit did you make on your first $1,000 day?
500.
Yeah, so she made $500, right? And so she literally 5x'd what she typically does in a regular day of work. And what the big benefit being is, first of all, you didn't have to get in a car to do that, right? You can do it right here on your couch with Simba and me. Also you don't have to worry about, like, going to an office or doing anything like that. Like, it really is not. That's the power of it, right? Is being able to no longer have to trade time for money, and that's something I always talk about. It's like, people think in order to make more money, you have to work more hours, right? Whereas with something like Commission Hero, like, you can work the same amount of hours, whether it's an hour or two, and that hour or two you can make $100 or you can make $1,000, and that's the beauty of it, So, Mariah, let's talk a little bit about, like, mindset. So, that obviously, and you kind of have an inside scoop, and when I'm coaching other clients or helping other students and stuff, and you see, like, some of the people that struggle with mindset. So, what is some of your advice and some things that you've kind of learned through this process?
I think just being persistent and not giving up is the main thing. I know that when I decided to do it, the only option was actually to make it work. That was it. Like, I didn't really think about, oh, what if this doesn't work? I was really determined to make it work, and I still am. And yeah, so I think just listening to all the inspirational stories in the group really helps. Helped me. I mean, obviously, like, I have your story and I know it's true.
Yeah.
So that helped. Yeah. So just like knowing that really helps me just to, I really believe it. So I know I can do it.
All right. So I got another question for you. So one of the things I've noticed just over the past couple of months is, before you started doing the ads, before you started running the ads, like, you were very kind of against it. You were like, I don't want to, like, I want to just do my 9-to-5 job. Maybe I'll work more hours. Maybe I'll get a raise. Like, that's how I'm going to progress my, career. And now you've kind of shifted a ton. And I've definitely noticed that a lot. Where you're like, my goal is I don't want to work a 9-to-5 job anymore. I want to just do this. So what has been like the big kind of aha moment, or the thing that's really caused you to have that mindset shift?
Well, I realized that at my current job, I wouldn't be able to have a drastic lifestyle change, or make a lot more than what I'm making right now. And just seeing you and all the people that are in commission here, and how they're getting like their life changed by just running ads, I just started thinking about it, and that's what made me just realize that this is like a really good opportunity that I was missing out.
Yeah, which is cool. And now the other thing too is I know that your brother Lucas is doing this too. Lucas is in the course, and I know he's had some success. But who was the first person to get to $1,000 a day?
Me.
That's awesome. Yeah. So, and you definitely beat him to it, which is awesome, because Lucas had a head start on you, which is awesome. But we still love Lucas, even though if you're watching, Lucas, we love you. All right. So now that you've had your first $1,000 day, and actually your second $1,000 day, and actually, have you had your third $1,000 day yet? Let's refresh and see. So right now, as we're doing this, she's at $999. So, and it's only 7:30 right now. So definitely you'll probably hit that third $1,000 day in a row. So now that you've had basically three $1,000 days in a row, like, what would you say to somebody that's on the fence? That maybe somebody's watching on YouTube right now and watching this video, or seeing our interview on an ad. Like, what would you say to somebody that's on the fence and they're just like, geez, I've been wanting to make money online for years and I just haven't done it, or I just don't have the time or the money, or blah blah blah. Like, what would you say to somebody like that that's on the fence, that's been thinking about doing something but hasn't taken action yet?
I would say stop with the excuses. You can definitely do this. You don't need a lot of time or a lot of money, and this is really the best opportunity for a lifestyle change. On top of that, the group is amazing. All the coaches plus like Robbie is always there. Not just saying
better
this,
say that, yeah.
But you can also take it from the other students, all the other inspirational stories, and how everybody has the same thing to say about Robbie and the entire Commission Hero team. It's really the best thing that you can do. I mean, you really need to put a little bit of work into it to make it work, but it's definitely doable. And if you're looking to change your life, this is it.
Nice. Yeah, I agree 100%. I think that, once again, if you take the excuses out of the way of not having enough time or not having enough money or whatever it is, like, there's always somebody that has less time than you that's doing it, that has less money than you that's doing it. So just it's a matter of how bad you want it, how bad you want to be successful with it. So last question before we call it a day here, right? What are your big goals going forward? So you had your first $1,000 day, right? And now that you've had that first $1,000 day, I know it's going to seem like it's almost kind of routine for you, right? So what is your big, like in 6 months from now or a year from now, where do you want to be?
Well, my goal now is to keep the $1,000 a day consistent, and just go from there. Like, but like actually do a $5,000 day, then $10,000 day. I also want to make enough that I can just quit my 8-to-5 job and just be focusing 100% on this. And yeah, so that's my goal for the year.
I love it. Yeah, it's
quit my job.
That's a great goal. Yeah, absolutely. And I think for sure you can do it. And I definitely, one thing I always, one thing that I've seen is just how hard you've been working, because you haven't put any excuses. You've gotten rid of the excuses before you had them, right? But now you've had a total mindset shift, and you're not worrying about, you come in, you put in the work. You're watching all the coaching calls, you're asking all the questions, you're watching all the videos, like you're doing everything that you should do to have success. And I think that's a big reason why you've been successful. Not because you're dating me, the #1 ClickBank affiliate in the entire world. That doesn't have anything to do with it. It's just the fact you put the time, energy, and effort into it. You've had every opportunity that everybody else has. You've just seized on the opportunity, and that's why you've had the success. So, and maybe, who knows, maybe we'll be doing a Commission Hero in Portuguese for Brazil, right?
Yeah.
So you might be the head of the Commission Hero Brazil pretty soon. But super excited to have you do this interview. I know it'll inspire people. Get people out of their own way to take action, which is the whole reason why I wanted to do this video, so that you guys could see an inside look at my girlfriend Mariah, and how she's been able to go from an 8-to-5 job with no dreams or anything about wanting to start an online business, and then finally seeing what other people are doing and realizing like, oh, I can do that too. Okay, and that's one of the big things, guys. So if you're watching this video right now and you're kind of thinking the same thing, like, geez, I don't know if I can do it, or I don't know if I can have success, or I haven't had my success yet, it's okay, because all you have to do is make the commitment. And like Mariah said, like she said, I started it, and my only thing is I have to be successful. There's no other option, right? So that's the same advice I would give to you guys too, is once you make that decision to be successful online, don't stop until you accomplish it. So hopefully that was a lot of inspiration for you guys. Hopefully it motivated you, fired you up. I want to thanks Mariah again for doing this. Hopefully you guys have a great rest of your day. We'll talk to you soon. Hey, thanks for watching my video. If you like this video, then you'll love the free gift that I have for you in the description box below. It's a free training on how I became the #1 ClickBank affiliate in the world, how I've helped thousands of people make money online, including my girlfriend, and how you can make money online too. So make sure you guys check that out. Now also go ahead and do 3 things for me right now. Give me a thumbs up, show me you love this content. Also, if you have any questions, post them in the comments below, because I love to answer your questions. And finally, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, because each and every week we're pumping out new content to help you make more money online. So that's it for now. I'll talk to you soon, and take care.